In the Michtav Kloli that the Rebbe gave out, dated Rosh Chodesh Mar Cheshvan Tovshin Mem Gimel, which is printed in Likutei Sichos Chelik Chof, page 555. The date is Rosh Chodesh Mar Cheshvan Hey Tovshin Mem Gimel. And then there is a ha'ora on the bottom, which says, Kedai levarer minik shatz bale meseiro, Nusach achrozas yemei Hachodesh b'Shabbos Kodesh mevorchim, mocher Chodesh beis yemei Rosh Chodesh v'chulu. And then the Rebbe adds, Ulahoyer mishulchan aruch chelik Even HaEzer simen kuf chavav sivova b'nei sekelim tzorech chiyun, which means Rosh Chodesh Mar Cheshvan. Usually there are 2 days of Rosh Chodesh, and here the Rebbe, the date says Rosh Chodesh Mar Cheshvan, so you don't know which date it is. So the Rebbe says, it's kedai to be mevared that when you say Birkas Hachodesh and Shabbos and Vorchim, when the Chazan says the Birkas Hachodesh, and there are 2 days Rosh Chodesh, so how do you say it? You have to be mevared how you say it. In other words, the shaila is, b'pashtus, that some people say, let's say Rosh Chodesh is Tuesday and Wednesday, they will say that Rosh Chodesh is Tuesday, ulamachrosei on Wednesday. Yom HaShlishi ulamachrosei b'yom HaRevi'i. Some don't say it. Some just say that Rosh Chodesh is b'yom HaShlishi u'b'yom HaRevi'i, without saying ulamachrosei and the day after. So you have to be mavarer from chazonim who are bala meseira, who know how it used to be done before, to see how you do it. And then the Rebbe quotes a Maramokim from Even HaEzer. There it talks about a get. When you write a get and there are 2 days Rosh Chodesh, what's the way to do it? The first day, if it's written on the first day Rosh Chodesh, how do you do it? And the second day Rosh Chodesh, and then the Ramos says better not to give a get on Rosh Chodesh, not to go into the Shailas, etc., etc. So the Rebbe said it's Tzorech, and we have to know how we do it here. If I remember correctly, when originally this letter came out for Rosh Chodesh Mar Cheshvan, there was a different ha'ora here. And right away the Rebbe changed it. And if I remember correctly, but I'm not sure, could be I'm wrong, that the ha'ora said, after it said the word Rosh Chodesh Mar Cheshvan, it said that the meaning is that when the 2 days Rosh Chodesh, you say Rosh Chodesh is the first day, Ula Mochrosei the next day. I think that's what it said in the ha'ora. But then right away, they gave out a different version of the same letter. They took all the other letters away and they gave it a new version, and with this version. In other words, it seems to me, if I remember correct, and again, maybe I'm mistaken, it was for sure a change in the ha'ora. There was a different lashon. But I think the originally way it said in the ha'ora was that if it's 2 days Rosh Chodesh, you say the day, Ula Mochrosei, which seemingly we read the pshat why the Rebbe wrote Rosh Chodesh Mar Cheshvan probably meant that the first day is the Iker, and that's what we do. We say the first day and also the next day. I'm not, maybe not, but that's what I think it said. And then the Rebbe changed it to the way it says here now, the way it was written, printed in Likutei Sichos, that you have to be mavarer the minik from the chazonim bala meseira, who know from tradition how it was. How do you say it? The Pale, I don't remember how Rabbi Yochanan Gordon used to say it. He was the Gabbai of 770 for many years. And he used to be the one to say Birkas Hachodesh. I don't remember how he said it, but I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure, that when Motel Schusterman said it, this was his Seder. If the 2 days of Chodesh were any day of the week, he would not say Ula Mochrosei. Let's say if it was Monday and Tuesday, he says Rosh Chodesh did this and this, V'yem HaSheni, U'bayem HaShlishi, on Monday and Tuesday. The only time he would say Ula Mochrosei, if it was the next Shabbos and Sunday. Shabbos and Vorchim was a week before Rosh Chodesh. Rosh Chodesh was the next Shabbos, and there were 2 days Rosh Chodesh, Shabbos and Sunday. Then he would say that Rosh Chodesh will be B'yem HaShabbos Kodesh, Ula Mochrosei B'yem HaRishon. And the reason was, because if you're going to say U'bayem HaRishon, someone might think that it's the day after Shabbos and Vorchim, because it's the Sunday after the day you announce it. So that someone might confuse and think Rosh Chodesh is that Sunday. So that's what you say, Rosh Chodesh is next Shabbos, and the day after Shabbos, which is Sunday. That's how I think, I'm 99% sure that's what he did, and I think that's the way Little Pale, most people do, that's in Chabad, that's what we do. But what I'm trying to say is that L'chatchila, the Rebbe wrote a little bit different in this ha'ora of the letter, and then later on, not much later, but right away after it was printed already, the letter came out, it was changed to the ha'ora, the way the Rebbe writes it here, that it's kedai to be mavarer by Balim Chazonim, the Shat Shlichut Tzibur, Balim Meseira, how they used to do Amol when it was a kviyas like this.